You know, when you're creating these, these plots, in motion studies, you do have an option down here to show vector in the graphics window. I didn't notice that. I was trying to figure out how to change the units of this fucking thing, but okay. Huh. Strange. Why would there be a vector like that? Anyway, this one's fucked right here. I don't know why. But anyway, yeah, let's see this one. It's, measured Newton millimeters, which is weird, and I'd rather see it in Newton meters so that it's, more part of the SI, MKS system. But the point is, sometimes it's convenient to look at it in like Newton millimeters or whatever. It'd be nice to be able to change it, dynamically depending on how you want to look at it. Because, I mean, it's just divided by 1,000, but still, it'd be nice, just nice to be able to do that. Well, what's major units mean? Man, this is... What the fuck's that supposed to mean? I don't know. Yeah, but it is ridiculous just because the system's in millimeter grand second, why you can't change to MKS, on the fly. I mean, you should be able to format these, any way you want. I mean, they're just data. So, I can't find out how to change the units on the chart. So, you can't do it in the property manager when you're creating the chart, and so, I don't know. I'm also surprised they don't really have more complex chart types, like the ability to do it, like, just the moments or whatever, the forces, what have you, over a range, and then do an actual surface, 3D surface plot, because that could be educational, it could save you a lot of time doing engineering what-if studies, so I don't know why they don't have chart types like that. So... Now you can export this CSV as comma delimited text file, but geez, and bring it into your own program, I suppose. But at least get the units changed to what you want them to. But but anyway, I was going to say that kind of looking these over, and these mates that they're changing are actually pretty conventional. I mean, that's kind of exactly how I would be inclined to assemble these things. That's a concentric mate, and that's a coincident mate. These are really a bunch of standard mates, but they're saying that they're calling these redundant, and that's not the word I'd use because that's required for minimal constraint. So it's not a redundant mate. I mean, that's I would not call. That's one of the things that the goddamn tutor made confusing. They call those redundant mates. And well, the system down here calls them that too, right here. But really, they're not redundant dependencies, or redundancies. Well, actually, this is saying it's got 0. Huh? I have no idea. Anyway, this graph I created, was just off the wall. I mean, I was trying to fix their original plot, which was flatlined for some reason, and so now my other one was working, and then when I fixed this one, it changed. I don't know why. See? You know, well, it eliminated one of my mates, I know that. I think it was supposed to be like with this edge or something, but I think you can only select a face. I don't know. Anyway, I based this off of this assembly and this one off this assembly, and you know, but you can see the difference. The magnitudes of plot 2 is based on this down here, this moment. So but anyway, I don't know, I'm a little confused about the direction of their moment. You know, these moment icons here, these vectors, because that, I don't know, puzzles me a little bit. Why would they be pointing that direction? But anyway, I don't know. But anyway, if they're calling some of these joints redundant, you know, then again, that shows you that, you know, again, whenever possible, you know, use mechanical mates if you know that it's going to be used in the simulation, because that's kind of the whole point of the tutor, is they're telling you that mechanical mates or other mate types, you know, need to be carefully considered if you're going to simulate it, because for some reason it'll produce weird results. I'll see if I can find the original unmolested, you know, file and go through the tutor again, but I don't know. Yeah, but there's just shit I just don't get. Like, you know, I'm closing this assembly, but what the fuck other documents have been modified? I mean, I haven't changed any of the parts, so what the fuck, you know, is this talking about? Why is this popping up? I'm just wanting to close this simulation, try to bring up another one. You know, what documents have been modified that it's talking about? Is it these charts? Well, I didn't think these were separate documents. I mean, maybe they are, I don't know, but I didn't think they were supposed to be. So that's some of the shit that confuses me. You know, what the fuck, you know, is it asking me this for? Anyway, you know, same on this. I try to, it's already been saved, you know, because see, look, I'll hit save. Alright, now let's close this turkey down. Okay, what the fuck is this popping up for? You know, and what documents are you talking about? I mean, I have no fucking clue what it means when it says modified documents. I mean, is there some indicator over here I'm missing or something? I mean, what is it talking about? You know, this is probably why that other simulation got so screwed up. You know, even in files that, you know, weren't supposed to be associated with it. It's because of shit like that. I mean, I have no fucking clue what this piece of shit program's doing. No, but see, that's what I'm saying. I built, you know, brought up a totally new backup copy of this, and, you know, and, you know, again, just like the others, it's all fucked up. Even though this should have no bearing, because remember, you know, I made a backup copy of this thing before I ever even went through this tutor. But whatever I fucked up that one time, it's fucked up all copies, even copies that aren't fucking open. You know, I mean, what external documents is this referencing? You know, that caused this whole thing to get fucked up. And what good is something like that? Anyway, I have no idea. So, you know, that makes this program just, again, kind of a fucking joke. You know, now that drives me crazy, because even as part of the tutor, you know, they had me save the you remember I had to go through that save file thing on it? You know, I mean, it should have protected me. I should be able to screw this thing up all I wanted and have it not affect the original. What's affected the original? Somehow. You know, I don't fucking know how, but it sure as hell has affected the original. It doesn't behave the way it used to behave when I first brought this up. So, I don't know what the fuck these idiots are thinking, but, you know, they need to do their shit differently.